Time for more of these chatty Cathies. I swear. Talk, talk, talk. It seems like it's all they do. Maybe we'll get lucky, and someone will choke on their tongue. Ha! I kid, folks. I kid. It's called information gathering, and they seem to need a lot of it if they're going to figure out how to find Rhogair and stop Clovis. So go ahead, Darkhounds, chat away.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Darkhounds. Alright, we're going to jump right into it. We left off with Neriah and everyone but Jorell in the guild hall. So yes, Harlan Kane walks in. You see an older man, not so old that he's like crutched in here, but you can see he's not a young spring chicken. Salt and peppered hair. Looks like he's had a little bit of a hard life. He's got scars, very aged skin. You'd guess he was in his late 50s, but again had a hard life. Looks like, again, he was very athletic at one point in his life, but age has taken its toll. He slowly walks into the room. He's got on decent clothing. Nothing ornate, but it's, nice cut. Did you ask for me, Gilgamesh? Is there anything I can do for you?
I'll stand up and, go to shake his hand. Say, my name's Neriah. I was sent, because I heard you had some information on the tiefling I'm looking for.
Oh, hello, Neriah. I'm Harlan, and a tiefling.
Yeah.
I've looked for many tieflings and met many more in my lifetime.
This one goes by the name of Maluk. Just kind of back away behind Mizr a little bit.
You don't feel like it's directed at you so much as just directed at the name itself. Like the name just like echoed like evil into the room, and he's just like.
I almost feel like really it should have been the other way around, where like he growls and then you go back, like this mutual like growling, like Mizr growls too, and everybody growls. And Gilgamesh is just like, what the?
Welcome to my life.
Maluk, what do you want to know about that wretched thing?
Everything you know.
Well, very little.
How long do you have? Allow me to elaborate. He pulls out a little tiny leaflet. All I've got.
Yeah, he's a scourge. He used to just go from one small town to another and just take out anyone that would stand up to him and have his way with the town. Steal, rape, pillage, the whole deal. He's a living plague.
I'm familiar.
Hopefully he's not living. His trail went cold years ago, so I kind of hoped he was dead, just not. I was really hoping it was one of those situations where he died, whether it was natural or unnatural, I don't care, but just nobody knew who he was that killed him if they did kill him, and it just kind of went into the wayside. I've never heard any rumors of anyone claiming to have been the person to have ended his life. Never heard any stories about him dying or him going into hiding. Just literally just dropped off the radar. There was rumors one of his last endeavors was to go to, I don't know if you've heard of the Land of the Dead or not, but it's supposed to be this just city of death, but within that city is just untold riches, as there are things there that have lived for God knows how long.
There's untold riches. Well, the place is full of dicks.
So yeah, it was supposedly there was a rumor that he had a beat on where that was, and that he was going to go there and must be richer than anything alive. I wish I could be more help.
Plenty.
If I had more to go on, I would have hunted him. No, the damn thing down myself. So Gilgamesh looks around. I would like to extend my hospitality to adventurers such as yourselves. Is there anything I can do for you? Let me start that off. But instead of asking if there's anything I can do for you, let me tell you something I can do for you. LowWater is one of the best fortified and defended cities. Pretty much outside of going to the Kingdom of Thunder Oak itself, from my understanding. I haven't been to Thunder Oak myself, so I assume that it's maybe better fortified than us, but we have been stemming back the tide of vampires and Zeeks for over a decade now. It sounds like, from what I'm hearing, you've had a rough few months. If you would like to take a minute and get a good night's sleep, a nice warm meal, and just relax. I'm not suggesting ever that an adventurer let his guard down, or her, but I feel like if there's ever a place you could relax a little bit, this would be one of those places. So, that being said, is there anything else I can help you with?
Mr. Kane, what have been your direct dealings with Maluk?
I've never met the creature.
As indicated by, I'm still alive, and so is he.
And that's... you spoke of him as a creature, a being, a thing. But never a man?
Well, what sort of man would do the things that he's done? Just my own personal... I feel as though calling him a man is beneath him. He doesn't deserve that title. It's not because he's a tiefling. I'm not racist. It's the actions that make the man. And
I'll be perfectly honest with you, I just think there's more history than you're letting on, but I'm not going to pry.
I don't know of anything else useful I could tell you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go up Gilgamesh, so if you need me, just send your weird shadow guy again. You guys are gonna love this place if you like weird shit. And just kind of like pivots and turns around and walks off.
Do you have dinosaurs? Mizr kind of says, saying, "What can top that?"
Like you can only see his back, but you see like you see his head drop and his arm go up to catch it. Just speeds up his pace a little bit, like not rushing, but just like, and I'm walking away.
I didn't hear that. I don't want to know.
Dinosaurs, I'm out of here. What the fuck? So yes. If you want to check with the man behind the desk, he can direct you to where like the living quarters are. You're welcome to stay here at the guild. There is an inn in town also if you're more interested. I can't provide rooms myself for free at the inn, but I can provide rooms here on the house, as it were. There is a mess hall on the premises. You get some food. You'll hear the bell when there's going to be meals served. There's training quarters. There's a lot of other adventurers just kind of kicking about. You also feel free to check in with Brighton Lordworm. You might have saw the giant mansion at the end of the road down there. That's where Brighton lives. He refers to himself as the shepherd. He's kind of like the mayor of the town. He doesn't like the title of mayor. I don't know. He's a good person. Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else that you need to talk to specifically. or what your intents are. You know, what are your plans? Like, why are you even here? Like, no one's. I mean, I know that you were looking for Harlan, but was there anything else? Is that all that you guys are here for?
Somehow it's all tied together with Bruce Bulworth, who we're hoping to be able to talk to, learn more about.
I want to meet the celebrity.
Kind of do.
Bruce is usually wandering around the guild, though I believe he just went out to clear out a vampire nest that was reported to be in the frosted forest there. So I don't know if he's still kicking around.
Well, we have
And he hates it
nothing-
when I call for him, so I am not calling for him.
Well, we have very little, per se, that we need to do in LowWater. All roads have brought us here. So, we'll see how it's connected.
Well, as Bruce would say, by the light of CERN. I'm sure that all has a reason or something. I don't know. I'm not really a religious man myself, but it all tends to work out the best it can, I guess. It could be worse.
I can understand that.
That's kind of my motto at this point. It could be worse.
Mine too.
I could not have a fortified city living in this hellhole. I mean, it's a great place. Yes. And just for the record, because I know that your story is quite unbelievable, but I do believe what you said. And probably that has a lot to do with the fact that I have a Zone of Truth permanently up in this room.
Why would we lie?
Because people tend to lie to me.
About dinosaurs?
He looks down at something again.
This week alone.
Okay, yep, dinosaurs! But yes, this is where I meet people. You know, this is where we gather, we have our discussions, and I've found it to be incredibly useful to make sure that if someone is lying, that I know that they're lying. So.
Should I have told the Darkhounds to keep it a secret that dragons have returned, and specifically that I was currently hiding out in Typhira? No, I'm sure it's fine. It shouldn't have needed to be said. I think it's clear we don't want any information falling into the wrong hands.
Dragons are back.
Or at least know that they're able.
Mizr's all happy now that we have Zone of Truth and I can mess with this guy.
Broken.
Second person to tell him this.
Like dragons,
Oh yeah.
like wings,
Well, I
fire
didn't see him in
breath,
that way yet.
dragons.
But, yeah, more human-like.
Okay.
Armored out.
Armored dragons.
I mean, he... Honestly, between you and I don't think he's a very good dragon. I mean, he lost the key, and the whole world is coming apart, maybe because he didn't do as good as he should have. But, you know, he's doing the best
Like
he can for a
the
dragon.
key?
Yeah,
Like
you know, the one to bring all the
Like,
dragons back. And
the title of the key, or like the brass key that I used to lock up the house?
No, I don't think it's that kind of a key. It's a different kind of... Jorell! Jorell!
God, what?
He wants to know about the key now.
What key are you talking about?
I got it.
I mean, this is obviously going to affect you even this far away.
Yes.
So, you should know.
Our overreaching quest is we are acting against the will of a powerful individual who is attempting to disrupt the natural cycle of wrath.
Okay, so it's Tuesday.
And
I get a lot of this here. I don't mean to underplay the blight, because it's something that will, you know, that needs to be dealt with, obviously, but I get a lot of bad news here. So, but carry on, yes, continue.
So we are attempting to track him down and restore the balance, as we were commissioned by a being of great power. And the next step passes through here.
Okay. Sure. So,
Thank you for your hospitality.
Dragon lost key. Now, when he says the key, is he referring to Rhogair?
Yes.
The key. But
But dragons are back.
just one,
Just the one. Okay.
right?
The copper champion.
Yes,
Okay.
right?
I've heard a little bit about
As
this
far as we
from
know.
from Roller. And yes. Okay. I thought you meant like dragons plural
Soon.
proper. Soon?
Well, once the contest is finished. I'm personally rooting for the Copper Knight. Pretty sure we could have kicked his ass.
Well, yeah, he's not lying if he's delusional. Okay, so you think you could kick the copper's ass, but you're rooting for him.
Well, it's a little rough around the edges. But when you travel with Jorell, you learn to be rough around the edges. Tristan, rough around the edges. You learn to love that gruff kind of personality, but he seems to mean well, good at heart.
Okay.
He seems to have the world's best intentions, hopefully.
Tristan or Jorell?
Oh, neither. The Copper Knight.
Oh. Oh.
Tristan and Jorell couldn't care less.
Gotcha. Okay. So, who's this big, powerful entity thing you've mentioned? And is there something?
Maluk.
We're looking
Clovis.
Oh, yeah.
Right, him too.
Yeah.
that guy. Oh.
So eventually, yeah, oh yeah, him too.
This just to-do list is a very sporadic, just like words written in various locations.
He doesn't make
Why
lists,
does your
he makes,
to-do
like,
list
webs.
include find more uncle?
Clovis. Okay, I've heard that name too. You guys are dropping lots of bombs here today. Alright,
Thank you for your
well,
hospitality.
Yes. Always good to invite in those that are trying to save the world, I guess. I've got plenty of them here.
Again, Tuesday.
Yeah.
We can drop some happier names if you like.
Okay.
Ostrich, Kaelana, Orion.
Wait, Osric?
Yeah.
How do you know Osric?
He was my mentor. Is my mentor.
He owes us a favor.
He owes you a favor.
No, we saved his life.
Oh.
You know, if we were the favor asking type.
Okay, well, my head's about to explode, so... yes. Wait, is Clovis the one that has Rhogair?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty amazing. If you're the bad guys. So, is that
Still
what
alive.
you're here? Okay, so that's, I mean, depending on how you look at it, good news. From what I understand of the situation, I was never directly involved in that, but I know people that were associated to the situation. How... Wait, are you here? You're not looking for the land of the dead, are you? Is that why you're here?
That
Let's go to the land of the lost.
I start going nod, then I look at Tristan and my nod.
that's where he's supposed to be held.
Oh, okay.
Per Gaia.
Just this place that no one knows where is, and everyone that goes looking for it is never heard from again.
Did Gaia actually give us information on where to find it.
I said it was near here.
Yeah, that's pretty much guys like, go to the land of the dead. Here's a portal. It'll take you close to it.
Yeah.
And now we're in LowWater. kind of a big hint.
So, Gaia told us we needed to go to the land of the dead and would put us at the start of the road that led there and sent us here.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's rumors that it's somewhere on the west coast of
The West Side.
Marizon, but again, I don't know anyone. Actually, well, Bruce has been looking for this place for a while himself, so I would check with Bruce. If anyone's gonna know anything, he's gonna know maybe something. But everyone that I know of that's gone looking for this place has never been heard from again or has been straight up found dead. So, while I want to say don't go looking for it, I feel like what I say doesn't matter when it comes to you lot. And also, it also sounds like
He's been Guildmaster for a while.
Also sounds like it's kind of important to stop Clovis, so let me know if I can do anything to help. Yes. If I see Bruce, I'll send him your way. But he might be a few days. He tends to enjoy his little nest hunts. He takes his time, typically. He also insists on doing it by himself now. He's tired of losing people. I don't know. He's got that whole loner mentality thing. He's not a good team player. Yeah. If there's anything else you can think of, feel free to find me, I guess. Can't think of anything else I really feel like having my head explode about right now.
Mizr looks over to Tristan. I have more questions at the Temple of Syrin. I'll be heading back that way. If needed, you'll be able to find me there.
So we'll cut over to the flying giant.
And I'll start heading back that way.
Okay. Jorell is flying along. And he does see up on the wall around the city is, again, a large assortment of trees. But most of them tend to be either grown out in a way or actually cut off in a way that there is like basically a walkable wall. There are different areas that have higher, like almost like towers. Though obviously they're trees and they were grown, it definitely seems to have been molded and shaped. There is definitely a very deliberate structure and look to the place. And there is a Druid, who you easily recognize as a Druid, as he is in not hides, but he's in like all just tattered clothing, kind of dirty.
Green magic coming off of his hands, making things...
Well, he's got his back up against the wall, he's kind of chilling, just smoking his pipe. Long, nasty hair.
Oh, it's a hippie Druid.
So I'll just, like, right in front of him.
Nice form, man.
Thank you. Anyways, what circle do you represent?
I'm part of the circle of Graylin, man.
Oh, yes, okay. Do you know where I can meet with him?
Yeah, at the Grove.
Oh, yes, okay, thank you. Where is that?
Up in the Shimmering Forest.
Up in the Shimmering Forest?
Yeah.
Where's that?
North of here, a couple days.
North of here, a couple days.
Well, a couple days, by foot. You got that eagle thing going on, though, so you could probably get there like day and a half.
Well, thank you. I just got back into it. It's nice to...
Yeah, man. Can't wait till I can fly. Be rocking.
Well, best of luck. Keep working hard and, impressive all you've got.
You want a hit of this herb?
No, thank you.
Alright, it's good stuff. grounded myself. He does the wizard boat. Been working on that one for a while. I just thought I'd show off a little bit.
Well, it seems your hard training has paid off.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Your giant eagle form will come eventually.
Yeah. The others just keep telling me, give it time, but this ain't happening. Someday, though.
Someday.
As long as I have a positive attitude.
Yes. Keep a hold of that. Sometimes it's harder to hold on to.
Yes, hard works for the birds. Get it? Yeah.
Very well. Have a good day. Thank you for your information.
Yeah.
What is your name again?
Yeah, my name is Jake.
All right, Jake. Well,
Jake the Druid.
I will make sure to pass it on to the rest of the circle. Hopefully you will.
Yeah, don't tell Gilgamesh I was smoking, okay, man?
Now we know what to get.
Okay,
In
yes,
LowWater.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't even know if I'll be.
He's
speaking
always
to
on my
you.
case about it. He says I should be paying more attention when I'm up here. If I'm gonna be up here, I should be useful. And he's just harsh mellow, you know.
Don't know him well enough to really. I'll take your word for it.
Alright,
Have a good
whatever.
Kind of half expecting it to be, yeah, man, my name's Jorell.
What?
I was named after this super famous.
Yeah, I was named after this guy my parents really looked up to. You just eagle off again,
Yep. I'm just like, yeah.
someday, guys, someday.
He tries, but it's like a sad Eric Hawker with chicken wings.
I can turn into a turkey because they can't fly.
Actually.
Word. You go back to the temple?
I do.
Okay.
I find the one that they said would be willing to talk to me. Sit down and start asking just a plethora of questions. I pretty much explain that I only recently found out that my goddess, Miliki, is dead. However, obviously, she is not dead, as somehow her spirit and essence lives on through Cern. Cern has been with me forever, and I never knew it was her until only recently, and I want to understand where that comes from more, because until only recently, I considered her the great deceiver. And I'm only now starting to realize that perhaps I was mistaken in her love and her intents. And as I'm starting to recognize more that my goddess is alive through Cern, I just want to understand where my power comes from, what that power is, and how to use it best for this world.
So you're talking to this young abbot kind of person, and you refer to that Cern as the great deceiver, and they're going through your spiel, or half the time they look horrified, how could you ever think of Cern like that? And I don't think, and when you mentioned the, I thought, I prayed to Malinki, but then I found out their essence thing exists on through Cern. I don't think it works like that. What? No? Huh? What? Huh? Okay. What? Huh?
Mizr is obviously very confused and looking for some guidance.
This person is now also I think we have a lot of things to straighten out right now. Well, maybe not right this second, but yeah, you're a very confused individual.
And so I offer, and I will be here learning and studying and listening for as much as the time that we're in LowWater, pretty much. So the rest of my time will be spent as much as possible learning about Cern and what the priests of Cern have to say, rather than my own bastardized version that has gotten me through the day at this point for a while.
Okay, yeah, they'll start slapping you with some knowledge.
Cool.
It's a lot for them to bear.
Jorell, where were you gonna head to, sir?
The last place I remember everybody being.
Okay.
So I literally like go in, like I just bird on in all the way back to like where like Gilgamesh's little hangout was.
You just see this bird show up, like before you even like shape back. You know, like, what's up, Jorell? Your members just left. Or actually, where did you guys go? Are you still technically in the room? We kind of ended with Gilgamesh just going like,
I
well,
left and I
if
would've
there's
been-
anything I can do
I
for you, let
I'm
me
gonna
know.
go look around town.
Okay. So,
Jorell flies in. Hey, Jorell. Friends are here. I think you still catch up with them.
so yeah, they just left a couple minutes ago. You can probably catch them. I don't know where they went though. But yeah, presumably, you know, if you head outside town, they're probably approaching about the intersection-ish area.
Yeah, we'll just kind of, I guess, thank him and then I'll just go hang out at the oak tree.
By the
Awaken.
leaves of Gaia or whatever you druids say, I don't know. Bye. That guy wasn't smoking up there again, was he? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I figured, you know, if I show up, he has any more questions, but he didn't seem to have any more questions anyway. So I'm like, okay. I was making ships.
Oh, I know what that means.
He goes up to the wall to chew him out, and there's a full-blown galleon built.
As you were.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go and go to the oak tree. I can cast awaken him now. Hello, oak tree. You look like you're bored. Let's go on an adventure.
Oh, look, dear, one of the druids is at the oak tree. Well, maybe we can ask him for help instead.
I don't work here.
I know you think I'm in uniform, but I'm not. So, you catch up to the other two. The three of you are reunited. Mizr is at the church.
Oh, you guys are hanging out at the oak tree too? So what's going on?
Well, they were about to mosey around town, and you caught up to them at the oak tree.
Why don't you look like you're having fun?
It's a different experience. Do you find any information on the druids?
Yes, Shimmering Forest, to the north. Yeah, relay what Jake said. But hey, interesting fellow. His name's Jake. He smokes a lot. Can make trains, automobiles.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
What a weird time. Yes, he can make boats from his skilled, talented. Wonder if he can make a jaguar. That'll be interesting. Anyways.
I think Guildmaster mentioned the Shimmering Forest as well.
No, lovely. You seem to all coincidentally heading in the right direction.
Is there anywhere you guys would like to go in town? Or no? Darkhounds is not usually giving a lot of options to just do whatever they want. I know.
Oh, that was the bomb I forgot to drop on Gilgamesh. One more name before we go. Darkhounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means.
By the time they're done, there's going to be 4
Yeah.
or 5 people around
But-
Bestor giving him information.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. But by the time we're out of town, you will.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. You will.
I don't know if I like the way you said that.
They're just like, give it time. Give it time.
Mizr's having a
You're a smart
matrix
guy.
moment right
You
now.
find out
He's having all the
something you don't
information
know about,
starting
you
implanted
look
right
into
into
it.
his head. I know, CERN.
Show me. I instantly went to the
Tristan.
Matrix, and you're like, I know CERN, show me. Like, yes, we're both on the same page. Ching, CERN! So yeah, there
Come on.
is.
Stop trying to feed me and feed me.
The mansion with Brighton that was mentioned. You can hang out at the guild hall, wander around the guild hall some more. There are random NPCs wandering about town.
Hello, random NPC. What do you say? Man, the weather sure has been great, but lately it's been really off.
So-
Anything else? Man, the weather sure... Oh, ever since we've got to the repeating dialogue. Oh, well, no new information. How about you? It just literally go, like, to the next person on the street, like...
I'd like to pick up this conversation where I left off with the other one.
I hear the shimmering forest to the north is nice this time of year.
Yeah, also you would see it's down the same road that leads to the mansion, but there is a large building that has a sign hanging off of it that says the Iron Tree, which is the inn/tavern. Indeed.
Well, I think Jorell's gonna probably camp out underneath the giant oak tree.
Acorns keep falling on your head.
Acorns be falling on my head.
I'm gonna hit the inn, the tavern.
Okay.
So I kind of listen to what's going on for local news and sports and weather. Oh, come on, ref! Come on! Any information about, like, the Zeeks or the Zeke attacks, or the feral vampires, or even the Brah, since they kind of originate from around here, just like what's going on in the town.
Yeah,
Around.
there's lots of, like, there's quite a few people in there. There is a lady behind the bar that you overhear. Her name is Trisha, serving most of the people. You hear her bitching about her deadbeat husband, Aramore. But there's also a lot of just chit chat about, like, what's been going on recently. Again, there's quite a few adventurers in there getting their drink on. The kind of, like, after being in there for a few hours and kind of eavesdropping on everything that's going on, like, the most common topic of conversation right now is Bruce is off to clear out another nest. Seems to be more Zeke activity up north than usual.
Of course.
And there's rumors of brisk wind closing down its ports, which you also would have gotten kind of like a gist of, like, what brisk wind is. As you, again, like, seems to be like the big, obviously port city, but like the big trade city of the island.
Right.
It is east of LowWater and seems to be the primary in and out by sea of the area where most of the goods and ware come in. So if the ports were to shut down, then that would really isolate Greyland from the rest of the continent.
That seems to be the most priority quest we need to do right now.
Well, clearly there's something we need to do to advance the clock to have Bruce come back. So there's some other quest we'll have to complete first. Which may be that we need to go up to the Shimmering Forest, speak to the Brah and the Druids there, and we'll wind up running into Bruce up there. And then after we've encountered them up there, then he'll be back in LowWater next time that we come back.
Roll a perception check for me.
Turns out Bruce has been in the bar the whole time.
11.
Thanks.
My passive perception is 18, by the way. Just
My passive perception is 18 as well.
Well, did all three of you go to the tavern?
No.
Just,
I
it's just
did.
okay. The two of you did. Okay. Well, when they mentioned Bruce and the nest, someone asked like where the nest was, and you hear like, "Oh, I think it's in the
Frostwood.
Frostwood,
they say.
yes, yeah." So
Which, if I remember correctly, is
it's north
south,
of Briskwind.
but south of the Shimmering Forest.
Yes, yeah.
So we could
Yeah,
theoretically pass
LowWater, Shimmering Forest,
Frostwood.
Frostwood, and Briskwind. Exactly.
So we could pass through Frostwood, try to meet Bruce, help him out, speak with him for some reason. Just get his autograph, really.
Who doesn't want to meet Bruce?
No idea who he is.
I was like, who doesn't want to meet Bruce? I was like, do you have a question?
Who doesn't want to meet Bruce? The guy who doesn't know anything about him.
Well, we're going to wrap it up there. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Darkhounds. And next time, maybe the Darkhounds will have a clear path of where they will be going.
Well, at least some of them moved on to the bar. Some of my favorite memories take place in a bar. Well, some of my favorite memories from up there, anyways. I think that Jake guy had the right idea. Light one up and enjoy the ride. You're watching Darkhounds. We'll see you next time.